Are you not attracting the type of girls that you really want? Well, today, we're gonna fix that. What is going on? My name is Dave, and I am coming to you from my brand new apartment over here in Austin, Texas. I finally made the move. It's crazy being in the US for the first time in about 5 years, but I'm liking it so far. I'll have some more updates for you guys on that soon, and I'll also be doing a lot more collaborations with How to Beast, as you might have already seen, so stay tuned for more of that. Anyway though, if you're not really having the dating success that you really want, then it's gonna be frustrating. Like, that super high quality girl is always gonna feel like she's just out of reach, or pretty far out of reach for some guys. If this is the case for you, then there are 3 things that you're probably screwing up. And today, I'm gonna tell you what these things are and how you can fix them. So let's get into it. Most people are average. They do what everyone else does and just hope that it's gonna work out. But let's take a look at the numbers to see if that even really makes sense. I mean, if you look at marriages, over 50% of them end in divorce. Around 54% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck and really have no idea what they're doing financially. Over 40% of Americans are obese. And around 99% of guys are completely fucking jamokes. The point is, what most people do clearly doesn't work, and if all you do is blindly follow the crowd and do that too, it's probably not gonna work for you. I'm not saying that if you want to attract high quality girls, you need to be a contrarian with everything, because that's not true. But I am saying that you need to think critically about what works for you rather than aimlessly following the crowd, because most people just aren't all that smart. For example, this can mean building up your financial intelligence and instead of living paycheck to paycheck, actually invest in appreciating assets so that you don't have to live paycheck to paycheck like most people. And that way you have more freedom to do the things you want, like improve your dating life. It means working out consistently instead of making excuses and fattening yourself up and just eating a bunch of food. It also means being able to make decisions that are not based on looking cool. For example, there's a stigma for some guys around approaching random girls. So maybe it's that girl at Starbucks, the girl walking down the street, whatever. A lot of guys think, you know what, I don't want to look creepy, I don't want to get judged, I'm just not gonna do it. So instead of putting themselves out there, pushing their limits, and trying to go out there and meet girls, they end up doing the same things they've always done, not going up and approaching those random girls, relying solely on their social circle, and getting the same results they've always gotten, which is usually no results. You gotta understand, most men don't get quality girls, so if you do what most men do, then you're gonna get the same results that most men get. So here's a tip for you. Instead of thinking, will this make me look cool, or will this make me look bad, or are people gonna laugh at me? Think, will this help me become the man that I wanna be? And if the answer to that question is yes, I don't care how scary it is, I don't care what it is, you gotta go for it, you gotta try to make it happen, and it is gonna make you better. So when it comes to attracting women and building up your communication skills, there's levels to the game. Most guys are at the base level, right? They have no girls, they have no online matches, and no awareness. They don't even realize that their dating life sucks. It's not even a thing that they're actively, focusing on. They're basically NPCs, in other words, they're non-player characters, like a computer simulation in the game. They're sleepwalking through life. Now, if you're watching this video, that's probably not you, but you may be at one of the other early stages. For example, a lot of times once you become aware, what's the next step? You have approach anxiety. You get nervous when you see girls that you want to talk to, so you end up not making any moves there. All right, once you overcome that, what's the next step? Well, maybe you go up, you start conversations, but then you struggle to keep them going. You're not getting numbers. You're not building that connection. All right, boom, you figure that out. Then what's the next step? All right, well then maybe you're starting to get numbers from these approaches. You're getting matches online, all these different things, but you're not turning them into dates, right? So that's another sort of roadblock. It's another thing you gotta get past. And then after that, maybe you're starting to get dates, but then you can't get the second or third date, you can't close the deal. These are just some of the different levels guys go through on their way to the top, which around there is when you have multiple high quality girls, you could make your girlfriend, and you're really just enjoying every aspect of your dating life. Now, a lot of guys like to think, I'll figure it out myself when it comes to their dating life. What they don't realize is that many guys get stuck at each one of these roadblocks. I see it all the time with students. Sometimes guys get stuck at one of these roadblocks for years. They're not getting past the first date for years, and they don't know why. And it's just that pain of, shit, I really like this girl, and I thought she wanted to see me again. She's not answering my text. What am I doing? So for example, for me, I progressed through the levels until I got to the point where I was, attracting high quality girls consistently, but I was struggling to keep them hooked. So maybe I would hang out with these high quality girls, 3, 4, 5 times, we'd really have a great, month or two together, and then things would just kind of fizzle out and I couldn't figure out why. I hit a roadblock. And now maybe you're hitting a roadblock too based on sort of those different levels that I just described. So what should you do when you're hitting this roadblock? And it's inevitable, every guy is gonna come up against some type of roadblock as he's going up. So really, there's two options that you have, right? The first option is to get a mentor, at the very least, surround yourself with guys who are better than you, more experienced than you, so they can point out what you're doing wrong and boom, you can fix it, move on, move past that roadblock. The other option is to just get a shit ton of reference experience and figure out, all right, I keep coming up against this situation again and again, what's going on? You get that reference experience and then you reflect on it and then you tweak your strategy. When I came up against my roadblock, I went with number 2. I got all these reference experiences. This probably happened with like 5, 6, maybe 7 girls, and it was painful. But after making mistake after mistake, I course corrected and it would no longer happen. I would actually keep these girls around for the long haul. Now listen, you should do number 2 regardless. Like, it's always good to self-reflect. It's always good to try different strategies. That being said, you should really consider number 1 as well, because that's really going to accelerate your journey and make things go a whole lot faster. And for me, I wish I did number 1, because I missed out on a whole lot of great girls along the way that I just screwed it up on by being a little bit too needy. I wish I had someone to, slap me in the face and say, Dave, what are you doing? Do this, not this, and I would have made a lot quicker progress. Listen, man, it's really easy to bullshit yourself. I catch myself doing it all the time. I'm like, oh, not again. But if you want to get high quality girls, you want to have the types of girls you really want in your life, you can't feed into your own BS. So some common, BS excuses I see guys make might be things like, I'm too busy, or I don't have enough time. What you could say to yourself instead is, okay, I'm busy, but I need to figure out a way to manage my time better and fit dating in, because I know that that is a huge part of being a high value man. Or another one, I need to get in shape first before I can talk to girls. What you can do instead is say to yourself, all right, I'm going to talk to girls and improve with women while I improve my appearance. And it's only gonna get easier over time. Another one I hear a lot, I need to get my own place before I can get better with girls. I'm living with my parents, it's not gonna work. A way to shift that is to say to yourself, I'm going to improve with girls while I live at home, and I'll just go to the girls' place and figure it out. Or my favorite, my town is too small. You can tell yourself, that's bullshit. I'm just gonna go over to the next biggest city, or I'll go on a little bit more vacations, or I'll lay the groundwork to move to a new city. One helpful question you can ask yourself whenever you're facing this type of bullshit from yourself is, what would my dream girl want me to do? Would she want me to give up at the slightest sign of discomfort or inconvenience? Or would she want me to push through and figure it out? You already know the answer. No more BS. Now look, man, life is hard, it's scary, it's challenging. You can feed into all your BS and marry some, fat girl from high school if you want to. Or you can challenge yourself. You can say, you know what? I could live this life of comfort, but I don't want to do that right now. I'm gonna live a chaotic life. I'm gonna live a life of chaos. I'm gonna figure this shit out along the way, and I'm gonna embrace this life for every single last drop. That's what I'm doing. I ain't just talking about this. I'm out here living it, just deciding to move countries in a 2-week span and just making it happen. Like, it's fucking crazy, man, but we out here, we doing it. I'm pumped to have you guys with me along the journey. Let's make this happen. Let's get you guys out there attracting high quality girls. We doing it. I'll talk to you guys soon.